views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the Pickup Show. We here again. This is a complete boxing segment, so stay tuned. We have a lot of good guests. We're going to be on the panel today, talking a lot of mess, talking a lot of things that actually do make sense. So stay tuned. It's the Pickup Show. Don't go nowhere. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. Welcome to the Pickup Show. I'm your host, Big Doc, and this is the complete boxing segment. Thank you for tuning in. We have a good expert boxing panel on here. Some of you may know these individuals, some of you may not, but at the end of the show, I guarantee you're going to know exactly who everybody is. To my immediate right, we have Jason Crocco. Crocco, the Italian stallion out of Fight Capital. Jason, let them know a little bit about yourself.
Jason, I fought for about 5 years. Started training people, own part of the Fight Capital now. Just trying to build a business, build fighters, make Vegas a great place to see fights and all that,
This is Nevada's version of Rocky Balboa. You can hear him in his speech, the way he talks, his mannerisms. I'm surprised he's not getting up here punching right now. So.
Forget about it.
And to his right, we have my man Reese King, or King James, as One Boxing Promotions, a really good friend of mine. I've known him for going on about 2 years now?
Yeah, since I've been here, I guess. I don't keep track.
Yeah, I've known him for quite a long time, man. He's a good guy. Reese, go ahead and tell him about yourself, man.
Well, I just say my name is James, Reese King, King James. I'm originally from Colorado, but I've been here in Vegas for about maybe 5 years. I have my own little boxing promotions. As One Boxing Promotions, I promote a guy by the name of Andrew Strode. He also has a fight in Hollywood, in California, March 19th. But I don't know. You can go to my page, As One Boxing Promotions, and check it out. I got a lot of pictures and visual. But just here, promoting the fight game here in Vegas, so trying to make my mark.
That's what's up. To the far right, one of my great friends that I've met out here, I've been blessed to know, real good guy, Mr. Bill Corrigan, former professional boxer at that. You wouldn't know it, but yeah, he still got some moves on him, so don't test him. But Bill, please let them know about yourself.
Yeah, Bill Corrigan. I boxed for about 12 years. Been knocked out in 7 countries, I believe. By 5 former heavyweight champs. And here I've been off and on in Vegas for 10, 12 years. And I work with most of the retired guys trying to find income, jobs, appearances, and kind of keep things moving for cash flow for most of these guys. So that's it.
All right, and you may not see him, but behind the scenes, if you notice right here, we have a very beautiful bottle of Viosa tequila. There's 2 of them here, and I've actually tasted these myself before I actually came to the set. I'm not drunk. It takes a lot, but I'm not drunk. But Viosa tequila. But the man behind the scenes is Mr. Dirk, very good guy. I'd bring him on, but he said he's camera shy and he doesn't want to get in trouble. So. This weekend, we had a very big heavyweight fight. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. The Bronze Bomber versus the Gypsy King. Now, I have my own thoughts about this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up to the panel. We're going to start with Bill, because Bill is funny with it. But, Bill, what do you think about the fight?
I thought it was exactly what we thought would happen. I mean, everyone's been saying, well, not everyone, I guess, but I've been saying for a long time that Wilder has one talent, and that's throwing a right hand. And when you get to the world-class level, this is really, Fury was the first time he's been to the top. I mean, these other guys, they were great fighters. Ortiz, but he's older. These guys weren't at the world-class level. And when you get to that level, you can't just have one weapon. And he, you know, he's tall, but he doesn't have the ability to get out of the way real well. The only reason that he's been able to get where he has, and again, he's worked his ass off. I mean, he was fighting heavyweight fighters when he weighed 214. So I'm not taking away his determination and what he tries to do, but he should have been working on becoming a better fighter. And it seems like he was just relying on that right hand because he built that career on that right hand, and he thought he could take anybody out.
With that, I will say I agree. I have said that a lot. I've been saying that probably for the past 4 years, that as good as Wilder's right hand is, he relied on it too much. There was no other punches in his arsenal. You know, I think his jab should have been used more as a weapon. I don't think his lateral movement does anything. When he was backing up with his chin out, you know, which made it easy for him to get hit. So with that being said, I think that Wilder in himself, you know, you really need to go back to the drawing board and really, you know, focus on the craft in which you are pursuing, in which you're doing, because you did make it to the top. You were, you know, a heavyweight champion, which a lot of boxers can't say that they've done. So with that being said, you know, be man enough to have the dedication to your craft, to realize what you are weak in and get better at it. Reese, we're going to go with you. What do you think
With
about
me,
the fight?
okay. Well, I'm going to refer back to the other pickup show. I told you this. Remember, I was pleading for him to come to the Mayweather camp and learn some defense. I
did.
knew it was coming. But it's all good. He rode the wave, and the wave crashed. You know.
Okay.
But
That's actually a good way of putting it. I mean, you are absolutely right. You know, it caught up to him.
It caught up to him. So it's nothing to him, man. It was a good run. I know I've been on Facebook, and there's a lot of controversy now. We done threw him under the bus, and we done left him. No, it ain't like that. You my brother. I love him. The inspiration, you know, the walk-in and all the dramatics. It's just, bro, I wish you would have took the time
Well, we're going to get to
to
that
study the craft. Like I say, a jab, holding, take a point, a standing eight. Come on, man, you a veteran. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
And he had a lot of things he could have did, but I don't blame it on him. It's also his corner was riding the wave, which is probably the result of him riding the wave the way they was, because somebody should have got in there and like, they knew who they was coming up against.
Fair enough.
And to me, he's a good fighter. He's all that. I'm not taking nothing from Fury because he surprised me. To me, that was the best fight for a heavyweight. He reminded me of how Buster did Tyson. Even though Tyson was the better fighter, he came in the better night. Buster was overweight, but he handled his business. Fury came in overweight.
If you don't stop that clapping.
Oh, you know how we get. I'm sorry, the passion. But Fury came in overweight, and he didn't expose it, and he didn't capitalize off of it. He should have been on his bicycle. He should have tired him out at least 4 or 5 rounds, took him to the later rounds, and then we could have all seen who had the champion heart.
Well, with that being said, Jason, talk to me.
That's a styles fight. And I expect a lot more out of Wilder, being an Olympian, an ex-Olympian, a bronze medalist. You got to be able to box in the amateur level. So I expected a lot more of him. I expected to go to distance. Like I was going to put my money on the distance, and I did expect Fury to get robbed if it went to distance. But he relies on that right hand. But he can box. I think he just has to go back to old school ways, go back to his amateur days where he knew how to box. And he could come back. I think he beats Joshua easily. He beats AJ. And you may call me crazy, but I think Andy Ruiz beats Wilder. I think he knocks out Wilder.
You think Andy Ruiz
I
knocks
think
out
Andy.
Wilder?
I think Andy knocks out Wilder. Hands down.
I think, I mean, Ruiz gave up too. I mean, Ruiz won his lottery ticket and decided, hey, I'm going to eat the buffet and drive in the Bentley.
Yeah, but
We talked about that.
but he was a lot bigger a few years ago. Even though he was big this
but
time,
I mean, think
the
about
second
this.
time,
He
was a
won
lot
the
bigger.
heavyweight championship of the world.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
holding it. I would have been in the gym the next day because that little $5 million, whatever he made, and again, it's not little to most people, but to these fighters,
No.
that's nothing. Had he went to the gym and just stayed at his normal weight, lost maybe 5-10 pounds and came in really wanting to be the heavyweight champion, he'd have made $100 million.
That part I agree with, and you know, with Ruiz, that second fight against Joshua, I was utterly disappointed and disgusted. It's like, dude, you know, you're it now. You know, you're the target. So it's just like wearing Laker purple and gold.
Yeah.
You know, you are the target.
I gave Joshua a lot of credit in that fight, though. He fought smart. He stayed away. He kept
won.
that jab out.
He had a game plan.
He
He won.
fought to.
Well, yeah.
He fought just to get those belts back. He didn't fight for no
Well,
other
I mean,
reason.
but even with that, I think if Ruiz would at least put some sort of effort, you know, into really coming in there and proving that he wasn't a fluke, you know, I think that fight could have been different.
Exactly.
You know, but he didn't do that, and it showed. Like, he came out like that wasn't even a dad bod. That was like Jabba the Hutt in a boxing ring. That he looked bad. You know, so I don't think that he deserved to wear those belts. Number one, they probably wouldn't fit around his waist anyway.
But you know, with that said, though, I seen Andy put in work. He trained at the gym for about 2 years. That man worked hard.
But what? Okay, so what happened from the time that he was training at Fight Capital into the time that he won those belts into the time of the rematch? What
In
happened?
between that money, I think
Money,
got to
money.
him. That money.
I'm
But
telling you, he won. Hey, look at he won the
Went
lottery.
to the head.
He won the lottery. He was
Happens
it.
to the best
I
of
think
us.
he'll be back. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be back a lot.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so. Now we're gonna get into the excuses, because that's honestly and
How long's the show?
one of the main things that I've seen, you know, and is been coming out, Wilder saying, well, you know, the garb that I wore, you know, that it weighed 40 pounds, and you know, from the time that I put it on to the ring walk
Who told
to
you
the
to do
time
that?
to take it off, you know, it weighed 40 pounds, and I didn't have any
Why
legs.
did you do that?
You know what I'm saying?
That right there.
That's
Where
it.
was your focus
what-
at?
what were you
going through
thinking
all that
about?
can't
Would you
see?
feel lighter getting into the ring after that? You
Well,
let it all out.
You know,
feel a little bit
wearing a
lighter?
weight vest. You know, Coach Lee, wearing a weight vest when we were running and, you know, in condition and whatnot. We couldn't wait to take that thing off because you did get lighter, you know, and you did move better. So I'm not buying you wearing 40 pounds for all of 2 to 3 minutes walking to the ring and then taking it off and you're like, I don't have any legs. I don't agree with that. Honestly, I think it was an excuse, man.
That should have been in the logistics when they ordered the suit. Like, what was y'all thinking? Like, how much does it weigh?
How much did Tyson's suit weigh?
Tyson wore a towel if he wore anything.
That's my
Anything.
point.
Yeah.
Focus.
He didn't need the suit. He didn't need the mask. He wasn't the mask singer. He was thinking about kicking ass. And Wilder, like I said, I never really attack him for his fighting, other than he's just pretty rudimentary as far as
Yeah.
he's
Well,
a
he
single
is.
shot guy.
He is.
But his outside thinking, and the reason he doesn't have sponsors, the reason he doesn't get commercials, the reason because of those decisions. It's all about, and I don't know if it's insecurity, but he needs to be seen. He needs to make it a statement, no matter where he is. And I think that's why he wears those outfits. And it takes away from his concentration and all the other things. He shouldn't be worried about what song's playing, what he's wearing. Go out there and beat the guy, which he could do.
Yeah.
But he's got to be focused on that one thing.
Game plan. He didn't have no
Exactly.
game plan. He
Exactly.
just like, I'm gonna go in here and knock him out. He was just cocky.
One hand.
And in the boxing world, that's a good fighter loves that. He know you giving him all kind of opportunity. All you do is worry about knocking me out. Certain fighters are good enough. That's not gonna happen.
Well, and think about what you would do if the opponent said, here's my game plan. I'm going to come out there, I'm put on weight, I'm going to throw harder punches. You would have a full defense for that and a way to counterattack that.
Definitely move, stick, get on your bicycle. This dude didn't even move. Like, for him to be overweight and all that, he was right there all the time, catching him, counter-punching him. He even dug to the body. He worked him. Like how you said you thought Wilder would get robbed. I mean, Fury get robbed in the decision. I thought Wilder would get robbed in the decision.
So did I.
Well, either.
I just knew if it went to decision, Wilder was going to lose.
And we know how I bet, right?
I didn't
Well,
think he was gonna get beat like that.
we know, Bill. We know.
It hurt my heart you got beat like that. I was with throwing in
You
the
know
towel.
what?
Yeah.
No, and that was. Thank you. That
I
was
was
actually
with
my
throwing
next
in the towel.
question.
What's the point?
Do
This
you-
ain't- I'm not a gladiator sport watcher. I like to see skills.
Do you think that Wilder should be upset with his corner
No.
for throwing in the towel?
He should be upset with himself. Why should it be at the point of me throwing in the towel? You feel me?
Yeah, that man was trying to save his life.
I was about to say, I
And
firmly
these is
believe
heavyweights.
that
Just
if
care
he
about
did
him.
not, if he
This is
did
the
not
worst
throw that towel
weight
in,
class to play with.
I think he would have sustained some serious.
What's the whole
Yeah.
story with
Busted.
Darrell?
Huh?
Darrell was yelling, throwing the towel.
I don't
He
know.
was working it.
I'm
He
not
was
sure
there as,
why
like, something-
Darrell even had anything to do with that. Why was his name even involved, personally?
He was in. I know he was in Breland's year.
He was in
yelling,
Breland's
throwing
ear,
the towel,
and he
throwing the
worked
towel.
with on the other.
He works in the other.
Did they
those
bust
other
his
thing.
eardrum? Was his eardrum busted?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he
he's
was bleeding
he's
out
saying that his eardrum
Okay,
wasn't
now
busted,
that's
but
a-
he was bleeding out of
So
his ear.
that's another reason why his equilibrium was off. So he should have been stopped then.
And I busted my eardrum twice, and it's like it's like vertigo. You know how they describe
Yeah.
vertigo?
Mhm.
Like you feel like you got to fall down. And that's what it was.
It should have been.
But you can
It wasn't busted.
see
well, then that excuse is
you
cute.
but you can see
hoping that
that
one
his
day.
legs, you can see it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the first round that his legs weren't there. It's after he got knocked down.
that first knockdown.
And when he got up, it just wasn't the same. He wasn't there. So with
Yeah,
that,
he woke up in a fight. He's like, it's not supposed. I have my outfit. What happened to the lights and the glimmer? And they didn't let him know this is a real fight.
He had to
Can't
cancel his reservations.
Can't nobody say you in the ring.
Everybody's talking too much about what Wilder didn't do, and not much about what
Tyson Fury did.
do. Fury
Okay.
came in,
He whooped
executed.
that.
He came in, had a plan, and did it.
Well, no, you're exactly right. Tyson Fury came in, he worked behind his jab, he moved, and Tyson Fury even said himself at the post-fight interview, where when he got with Crocco Gym, when he let go of his trainer and he went over there to Crocco Gym, he realized that he did have a couple of weaknesses and things that he needed to work on. So with that, and it showed, that there was definitely an Emmanuel Stewart presence in what Tyson Fury was doing that night. And that's
Pop
a
shot and that
testament.
jab,
That's a testament to the
That's a
late
sweat and
great
grit
Emmanuel
gym.
Stewart.
Let them build
You
many
know.
gyms. You talking about the Crunk?
Well, hold
Yeah,
on.
if he went there, then he tapped in.
We got to pay some bills. Hey, stay tuned because we got the Vegas Villains. Actually, they commercial. So make sure you watch that. Shouts out to Jack Slammy and JR, man. Great. So we're on the pickup show. Come back. Don't go nowhere.
All right, here it's Slammy and JR, Vegas Villains. We're back in action.
Hey, this ain't no picnic. Hey, this is war. This is a battlefield. Okay.
I said, damn, now he got to go get a Super Bowl ring.
And champions are the ones that are successful because the adjustments that they make.
Getting a chance to come and play with the Raiders was amazing.
Any day when you're in Las Vegas, it's got to be a great day. And now that the Raiders are Las Vegas Raiders, that's even a better day.
Stick around. Oh, check out the view.
Welcome back. We are still here. And as I said, this is a full boxing segment, so we are talking boxing. One of the other big things that's coming out right now is Claressa Shields and Layla Ali are having a back and forth on whether Layla Ali should come out of retirement to fight Claressa Shields. Me personally, I don't think that Layla should come out of retirement to fight Claressa Shields. Layla Ali, she's in her 40s. She hasn't put the gloves on in some years now. So, what it would take for her to get back in shape. Not saying that she couldn't do it, but I don't think she should. Not to mention, it'd really be a waste of time, in my opinion, because she's going to beat the crap out of Claressa Shields. Sorry, but that's just my opinion. But I'm going to open it up to the panel and see what you guys think. Who wants to take it?
Go ahead.
Don't everybody speak at once now.
Well, I follow her on Instagram, so I'm already a fan. But no, I wouldn't want her to do that. She's doing her cooking thing.
Yeah.
She done slimmed
Married,
up, trimmed
kids,
up,
man.
got
You
kids. Come on
chilling,
now.
enjoy
I
your
seen her
life.
fighting when she was fighting. It's hard to watch her fight. I seen her spar dudes too.
Layla?
Yeah.
Layla. She be in there and you be ready to get mad. Like, she's a fighter, but it's hard to watch a beautiful woman like that spar a guy in the ring and you looking around like, you guys just letting this happen. That's just my personal thing, but I believe she'll probably beat her, but I haven't followed Claressa like that. I've just followed the hype. So, nowadays in the boxing
Well,
game,
then you follow Claressa.
you can't believe in the
See,
hype.
there's Bill. Jace, what you got, man? Bill, I'm saving you for last. What you got,
Once
Jace?
retired, stay retired. Move on with your
There
life.
you go.
Don't get away. You know, that's just
No
petty.
need to step
Trying to
backwards.
make that money. Don't go back.
Right.
You know, there's always somebody tougher. Find a girl that will beat her. Train the girl.
Oh,
You're really gonna go at
I
it.
know a girl who will beat her, but I'm gonna put that name. I'm gonna put the name in the hat real quick, but I'll let it go. Bill, go ahead, because you and Clarissa, and I've witnessed this. You and Clarissa have had a back and forth. You guys have gone back and forth. Like, she doesn't like you.
More than she does in her fights.
Personal vendetta.
Her opponents aren't that tough, though.
Okay.
But no, and hey, again, super skilled. I mean, she gold medalist.
Yeah.
And someone coming out of the Olympics with a gold medal, good-looking girl, you know, comes from the boxing family. She should be making millions of dollars. And I'm all about the money. I mean, that's all I'm thinking
All
about is
about
these
the
guys.
Benjamin.
That's it. I mean, there's no reason to get in that ring unless you're making money. And there's 99% of boxers will tell you because they're all broke. So you better be protecting your career and your finances, your health and your wealth. That's it. So when these guys, I mean, when she's out there, you know, going to amateur shows and ripping the refs and making kids cry, you know, doing the stuff when her brother had the issues, you know, laughing on the video the next day, that just costs you money. That's the Deontay Wilder of women's boxing. And that just does her damage, and it hurts her financial ability. And all these guys got to learn that, hey, if you're going to be that way, Wilder, Clarissa, you're just going to make money while you're boxing. That's it. Because you're not going to have the sponsorships, the advertisement, the endorsements, because they're not going to like you. And that's where she is.
Okay.
I think Ali should fight her. One-time fight, come back out, make $5 million. You know, she's a 20, 30-pound weight difference right now. They have to find a catch weight, but Ali's just more skilled, more experienced, and just a better boxer. She'd beat her.
I agree with that, but I will say this.
Outpoint her or knock her out?
I think she'd outpoint her.
Outpoint her.
I will say
She's
this.
smart. She's not gonna
Clarissa
do that.
Shields, if you want to call somebody out that's in retirement and hasn't boxed for a while, call out Ann Wolf.
Nah.
I'm pretty
do
sure,
that.
I'm almost 100% positive right now as I sit and breathe that Ann Wolf would gladly come out of retirement and beat the brakes off of you. How come you're not calling out Ann Wolf? Ali didn't even want to fight Ann
No.
Wolf. She stayed away from Ann Wolf.
Ann Wolf has had dates tougher than Clarissa Shields.
Well, hold on. We'll be right back. We just got my man that walked in, my coach, man. I love him to death. You'll see who he is when we come back, man. Pickup show.
Ever wonder why some other guy gets all the chicks? Ever wonder why some other guy is always the life of the party? Ever wonder why some other guy is having all the fun? Ever wish you could be that other guy? Well, now you can be with the Dan DePaola trombone method.
Hi, I'm Dan DePaola, and I've been to countless parties and events, and I know what brings good times and chicks, the trombone. With my method, your calendar will never be empty again.
You'll learn to play the songs that will keep you and your friends knee-deep in good times and broads. Songs like Sir Duke, I Feel Good, Knock 3 Times, Hot Stuff, Celebration, Pick Up the Pieces, The Hustle, and of course, Tequila. For a single payment of only $49.99, you get a trombone, the method book, and an accompanying music CD. But wait, if you order in the next 15 minutes, you'll get this official Dan DePaola autographed photo absolutely free. The Dan DePaola trombone method. Create music, make friends, set the mood.
What's going on? And we're back. As you see, we have a new guest. This is my coach, my boxing trainer, somebody that I actually hold near and dear to my heart, Mr. Jerome Debow, former boxer here. Jerome, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I'm Jerome, Greatness Debow. We the Cornbread Takers. You know, I train a lot of fighters over at TMT. You know, and I train a lot of fighters in and out the country. And I trained my man right here, you know. He went to retirement for a minute, but he's back.
Hey, it was the ribs. You wasn't there when I was sparring. It was my fault. I shouldn't have got in with you not to be in there, but yeah.
Yeah, he got his cornbread tucking, but
it happened.
He gonna get it back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, EJ. I owe you one, EJ. Don't think I forgot.
We coming for you.
You know, you cracked my ribs, dude. We were supposed to be in there light sparring, and you cracked my ribs, dude.
Touched you one time.
He was trying to knock me out, man. You know, he's going, I just pushed with your shot. No, you didn't push. I know what a hit is, bro. You did that. And your coach was in there trying to tell you to cut the ring off when I got on my bicycle. I'm not stupid. You was trying to knock the big man out. But trust me, I'm getting back in with Jerome, man. And I'm coming to get you, dude.
So all you fighters out there, when your coach tell you don't spar not unless your coach is there, take heed.
Yeah, I'm living proof of that. It happened to me.
Boom, bye, yay.
Hard-headed.
Well, hard-headed makes for some soft ribs, man.
There you go. Lesson learned. So it ain't what you call that a loss. It's a lesson.
Well, I didn't lose. I didn't get knocked down. You know, I'm 44 years old, and you couldn't knock me down, EJ. How about that? And you threw a shot to the head. Like I said, I didn't forget. But trust and believe, you know, and I'm gonna make sure you see this show.
You get a rematch? Or you gonna get a rematch?
No, I'm gonna kick his punk ass just because he did that.
You didn't make it clean. You just got it dirty, but okay.
Yeah, whatever. Anywho, so we're we left off talking about Claressa Shields and Layla Ali. As much as I want to see it, I don't want to see it. Me and you just the other day, we had a conversation, you know, about, you know, you possibly stepping back into the ring, and I told you I would hit you in the knees with a bat, you know, if you tried it, you know, because I love you.
Right.
But do you think that Layla should come out of retirement, man?
Honestly, she has no need to come out of retirement, and she has no need to prove herself either. I mean, that time was her time. Mm-hmm. Right now, this is Claressa Shields' time.
But why is Claressa Shields going at Layla Ali? That's the question.
Because you know how a lot of the ex-world champions don't want to pass that torch. You know, something in the back of your mind tells you, you still got it, you still got it, you still can do it. You need that attention. You know, if you quit now, you're gonna get old and die. That's that. It's mental.
Okay.
You know. So in the back of Layla's mind, she's like, I still got it. I mean, I'm still healthy. All I gotta do is lose weight, get in shape. But if you miss a couple of seconds off your timing, that's all it takes. Now, Claressa, she's young, she's energetic, she can talk a good game, and she got the hands to back it up. But sometimes that experience surpasses all of that. Mm-hmm. Now, Layla can get in there and shock the world just like her dad. She's not her father, but yet, if she got that heart will bring you a long way. In that condition and the know-how, you'd be surprised what could happen. Now, and I'm not saying Claressa's gonna come in here, dog walker, bop, 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 it's over with. No, she gonna stick and move. She ain't trying to keep up with this young girl. Bop, 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 bop. Nah, stick and move, put that long jab up there, slow her down. All that looping, she gonna shorten them punches, come up the middle. It might be a different fight, because that energetic fighter gonna slow down after you touch that body a couple times.
You know all about that, don't you? Tell them.
Then we gonna see who the cornbread's getting tucking.
Right.
Now, I love Claressa Shields. I love Layla Ali.
And like you said, Layla's gonna come in with a plan.
Right.
She's smart.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna come in with a blueprint. Mm-hmm. A lot of fighters these days, they watch a couple of videos. Yeah,
I got a right hand.
Work. I got this right hand. Like a good fighter. I think he's a hard-hitting fighter that's got a magnificent right hand. But what would happen if a fighter take that right hand from you?
Which is what happened.
You got to go all the way back down to the basic boxing. First most is the basic stance of boxing, your L shape, your 1-2s, the 3s, the 4s. The basics, keeping your hands up, head movement. That's it.
That Zach, he wasn't even in the boxing stand.
No.
He wasn't even doing boxing.
Anybody can hit you hard if they standing in front of you. Anybody can hit you hard, and especially if they tall with a reach like that.
They make as hell.
But when that punch come down, it's harder. So only a fool would stand in front of a fighter. And the majority of people that he's fought, what do they do? Want to prove that they can take a punch. And what happened to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when you get a boxer
Agreed.
puncher that can hit, and has been around us with rhythm,
and bigger.
You got the best of both worlds. That's no contest.
Hold on. You know what, Wilder? I don't know if you'll be able to see this.
I'm
but
sure he does.
I want to send out the open invitation. I hate you, Bill. I'm going to send out the open invitation for you to train with my trainer. He knows what he's doing. Wilder, you're 6'7", 6'8", I believe.
6'7".
I'm 6'8". He trains me. Now, granted, you know, you have youth on me. You have youth on me. You know, you've been doing this a lot longer than I have. But between either you, Otis, Steve,
shout out to Otis Pendleton. That's my
Mayweather Senior.
Mayweather Senior.
You know, you have a wealth of knowledge in the Mayweather boxing gym. Hell, Bill. You know, Jason, you have a wealth of knowledge here to help you perfect your craft. And that's all anybody has been saying for the past 4 to 5 years. Perfect your craft. Don't rely on that right hand so much. It's deadly, don't get me wrong, but if you don't have a fighter that's dumb enough to sit in front of you and let you throw that right hand like Fury did, Fury basically smothered you. He smothered that dude the whole fight. He did not let him throw that right hand.
He came in there with a blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were saying.
And
he told him ahead of time what I'm going to do.
And he'd be like, okay, then he.
And he came in overweight.
Yeah.
I would have looked at that
so
like,
I'm gonna be the heavier fighter, so I'm gonna be able to push him around and rhythm, box. And guess what happened?
Just that.
He took his cornbread.
That's when you freeze up. You can't throw the right no more because he's slipping, he's moving.
And he was gut-shotting him.
Gut-shotting him.
Threw some great body shots that didn't nobody say nothing about. To me, that's what knocked him down. If I had him for
that body shot, a couple of months, I promise you, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't notice him. They wouldn't notice him at all. Like that's not that same fighter. He would have rhythm. That jab would be, he would cut away with that jab. And all that moving, that jab stops all that moving.
Hey,
stiff arm.
I have a good jab. I have a good jab.
He's got a great jab.
I have a good jab.
For the record, can I say, I pleaded for him, how long ago? On your show, you gotta play a clip. I said exactly this. Bring him to the Mayweather camp so he can learn some D. I pleaded with you. Don't nobody listen to me.
What do you think about that, Jay?
Nobody listens to me. That's okay.
If you working with
one of these days,
working with anybody over there, he'll get that defense.
And he's
gotta get that
he's
jab
a good
going.
people's person. You know, he's a good people's person. And I mean, I love what he's doing for the kids, and you know, and Tyson Fury's a good person too. You know, I met him, I talked to him. He's a good person too. You know, and if the fight happens again, the third fight, I think that fight right there would be worth watching and going to see.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to.
Yeah, you got to give him that back.
We're going to say this: Fury don't have to do nothing.
Right.
It's not happening.
Never again.
Wilder's going to sign within the 30 days, and they're not going to fight again.
Fury himself said this. He said that he'll give Wilder a rematch if he wants it.
He says that, but there's no reason for him to fight.
He's
Basically, he won two out of two so far, as far as he's concerned, and he's got real money. I mean, Joshua puts 80,000 seats, fills 80,000 seats, does record pay-per-view numbers. These guys were making $5 million last Saturday. Okay, Tyson would spend that on lunch. Okay, these guys aren't making near what they can make and what the other guys have been making. You know?
That's why the third one to put him on up there.
I don't think it will. I don't think there's a drop. People see now that Wilder would have to rebuild his reputation. He'd have to show that he's doing what you guys are saying, and I don't think he'll do it.
Senior, he got you. Come on over here. Let's go for it.
I'd love to see him happen.
That's all he needs is the deep end.
If he trained, he could go back in there and he could beat Fury.
I want to see that one.
I don't think he has
see
it
it
up
one
here
more
anymore.
time. I ain't convinced.
You know what? I don't know.
And you don't think you don't think Breland was telling him to work these angles and to throw, jabs and get in and out? I mean, Mark's a good trainer. Mark's a good guy. And hey, Mark's a good guy.
Is a good trainer,
And he threw that towel in there to protect.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that.
That was a great. I don't like stoppages, but that one I can't complain about because these dudes is heavyweights. Man.
At the end of the day,
you don't play on that.
It starts at home in that gym. Now,
hard work,
my thing
dedication.
is, I'm not taking that from Wilder, but he might have not even been listening. As in, you know, sometimes you got them fighters that want to tell the coach how they're going to train. You know, I done ran into a few of them in the past.
Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, you get a lot of fighters like that tells you how they're going to train, and the white head makes it soft ass, excuse my French.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, and that's
Same thing make you laugh,
make you cry.
make you cry.
You
That-
know?
that's the lesson Wilder need to learn right there.
But you can't just be, okay, I'm gonna be a coach just training this person. No, when you coaching a fighter and you believe in the fighter and as that fighter believe in you, that's a family.
Right.
Because that's that life in there. And I've been doing this since 8 years old, 25 pro fights. I done fought around the world myself, learned the good ways, the bad ways, the hard ways. You know, I had my experience in this game. When me and Oscar Diaz fought down at the Staples Center in California, you know, I'm not knowing and realize, oh, all these TV cameras, and I'm the biggest welterweight in the country at the time, 146, you know? And I'm so nervous. Layla Ali had me so hyped. You got to get him, champ. He's right here. He's the way he fight at all the time. I'm looking at all these people, looking at the pretty ring card girls. Hey, I'm like, she said, you got to win this fight. So next thing you know, he comes shooting straight out at me. I'm so nervous. I threw the hardest right I possibly can throw, and all I heard was, I seen his eyes dilate, and he went into the ropes. That's when I started, that's why I got that fracture there. And then he made it past the first round. He was gone. I started showing off, looked into the crowd. Yeah. I looked at Jake Prince telling me to turn around. Turn around. I'm reading their lips. I turned around. I said, oh.
He's here to fight, huh?
He was there to fight. Round 2, round 3, 4th round. I said, oh, my gas tank is going down. I started just swinging it. Next thing you know, I said, okay, I got to hit him because I thought my hand was broken. I looked up under that chest cavity, hit him with a 6-inch right. Bow! I seen the whole left side give out again. He went into the rope. And there I go again. Then the back, he started going like this. I said, oh my goodness. I'm trying to just look at me. Yeah, I got you. Really, I'm like, man, fall.
Stamina is the greatest weapon to have in the ring.
For sure.
Once your stamina's gone, your skills mean nothing.
Skills mean nothing. I mean, I ain't had nothing. I knew what I
You become your own coach. Move, but none of the body.
I'm going to throw a block punch in my leg. Said, you got me messed up.
Yeah, your body start arguing with you like, look, bro, I can't do it.
Well, now, one of the things, and I've been real big on this as well, if anybody's ever watched any of my earlier shows or whatever the case may be, one of the things that I know a lot of boxers go through between training camp and even after the fight is recovery.
Yes.
You know, and the NFL just lifted its ban on THC and CBD products. You know, so kudos to the NFL for that.
THC?
THC and CBD, yes. Relax, bro.
What?
You can't try out.
Oh, can I do a CBD? I sell CBD
products. So, will you wait a minute? So, what I'm thinking, or what I want to ask is, what is your takes on THC and CBD given to professional boxers?
Use it. Use it for recovery. Use it for recovery. I mean, obviously, you don't want to fight high.
No,
you know,
that'd be a different fight.
Use it. I use it every night. I take an edible to go to sleep.
You talking about experience?
Great in the morning.
Champ said he Chris Tucker every night.
My knees feel like I'm 35 again.
Yeah, on the edible?
I feel good. Yeah, I
hell.
sleep better. My knees are feeling good. It's mostly CBD, you know, but use them.
Old man?
Yeah, what's this THC you're talking about? I know. I think they should be allowed to take it. I mean, it's natural. It is relaxing. It does anti-inflammatory. I mean,
it takes the swelling down.
For sure, and it eases their tension, and it makes it easier for them to relax.
It's
get
better
rest.
than those painkillers.
For sure, way better than those opioids. That's for sure.
And I 100% agree with that, Jay.
Now, personally, I can't really speak on it because I've never smoked a drink a day in my life.
Right. Wow, man.
That's awesome.
I got teased going to school, but I've never tasted a wine cooler, you know. But that don't make me better than no one else. But I said, I must be an extraterrestrial or something. No, but just the love and the passion for boxing, that was my natural high.
Okay.
And that kept me out of trouble, you know.
Well, it's not so much, and I tell people this all the time, it's not so much for the enjoyment of getting high.
Right,
you know,
right.
is more so for, you know,
Killing
those
your
ankle
body.
joints. And,
Killing your body.
so it doesn't necessarily have to be ingested, you know, to a point of that. You know,
Right.
they have creams, they have topicals, things
Right,
of that nature,
yeah.
which,
Right.
you know, have been shown to work.
They have brownies. I heard about that.
Well, I don't think you want to rub a brownie on your body. I mean, if you do, you got
Oh,
something
I've
else
done
going on. Bill. See, I knew it. I knew it.
Get my honeymoon out of there.
Good brownies.
Reese, you got you know, you got the CBD, you know, company that you deal
Well,
with.
I actually got a link. Go to my Instagram, which is Warrior King, and you can get the link. It's Pharma Extracts. There's a link on there, or you can go to my Facebook, which is Reese King. Warrior King James on IG, Reese King on Facebook. But there's a link, Pharma Extracts, and it's already set up. You can order from it. You can get vapes, CBD rubs, CBD oil, 500 milligram, 1,000 milligram. You know, it's all good. They just changed the product.
Well, I will say, and Dirk, who's also sitting behind the scenes, who's the owner of this very fine tequila right here, who, you know, hopefully he gives me another bottle of this because I enjoyed it. But he also has a CBD infused water. So that's definitely something that you all, you know, really need to, you know, get into. I'm glad that the NFL lifted it. Hopefully boxing and the NBA, hopefully they follow suit.
NBA's next.
NBA will be next.
They smoke the most weed. I don't understand why.
That's because
They should have been did it for the NBA.
Oh yeah.
They be getting caught with pounds.
Well, you know what? Don't do the Cleveland Browns thing and get caught with 157 pounds of weed. Look, okay.
That's personal use.
Yeah, you can't say you're gonna smoke 157 pounds. There's nothing to say, hey, you know, all of this is here for me. It's just not gonna happen. All right, you know, but just be responsible with it. You know, that's all I'm preaching. You know,
Use it the right way.
Yeah, that's
use it for recovery.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't use it to. I don't know. I don't like recreational. I don't like being high. I like going to sleep.
Well, no, and I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. But look, we'll be right back. We're gonna say bye to our guests here in a second, man. So stay tuned. This is about to be epic.
You ever sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic on the LIE when suddenly you have to take a hideous dump? How about a dead standstill on the Van Wyck? You're holding in so much urine your eyes are crossed. I swear sometimes it actually hurts your molars. Fact is, ain't no rest areas on any of the major New York metropolitan highways. But why look for a rest area when all you really need is a rest room? Hi, I'm Tom Bodette for Outhouse 6. It happens every day. According to a recent college survey, with over 250,000 cars on the road during the morning rush hour, at least 24% of the drivers drink too much coffee. Of that 24%, half run out the door because they're late for work. And half of that 12%, well, they're at risk of losing their butt mud right there in the car. That means on an average day, 15,000 New Yorkers drive to work sitting in their own hiney pudding. A man can only drag around so many logs before one gets away and rolls down the hill. Well, Outhouse 6 now has thunder buckets on the LIE, the BQE, the GCP, and the GWB. They ain't fancy, but they're comfortable, and they ain't all that ripe. I'm Tom Bodette for Outhouse 6, and we'll leave the lid open for you.
All right, well, now it's actually time to say goodbye to my friends. It was extremely fun having everybody here on the panel. I thank you all for stopping by the set, man. You guys are awesome. We'll start with Jason. Jason, let them know where to find you.
You can find me at Fight Capital Gym, Valley View, Cyrus. Next month, we're doing a little thing for the Women's History Month. All women, $10 for the full month, full self-defense. Anything you need, you come down. And, you know, we got a lot going on. You can find me at Bossellini LV on Instagram and Fight Capital on Instagram also. And just come down, check out the gym. We humble. Everybody, I don't know if everybody's been there, but we just humble, you know what I mean? But we work hard, you know.
It's a nice gym.
We had
nice gym.
good vibes in that gym. Everybody know You know what I mean? So come down.
What's the prices for the ladies again? For
all next month, $10. Just we giving back to the ladies for Women's History Month. You know,
is that $10 a session or just $10?
No, that's $10 for the full month. Jiu-jitsu, everything they need, just
okay.
to
Just
learn how to protect themselves.
Just so you know, I now identify as a woman. So I will be giving you your $10.
Stop going around, man.
I always identified you as a woman.
See, you set yourself up for that one. He's good. He need to be a comedian. All
right.
You set yourself up for that one.
All right. Reese, go ahead, man. Tell them where to find you.
You can find me at Warrior King James on IG and Reese King on Facebook, but also has a As One boxing promotion page, and it's already visual, so it's all there. I also promote fighters, train fighters. Look out for my fighter Andrew Stroh fighting March 19th in Hollywood, and you gonna give us some of them cigar for parting gifts?
Relax, man. Can I run this show?
I got you. I just thought I'd put you on the spot.
No, can I run the show?
Take off.
All right, thank you.
With tequila.
Little shot.
Coach, go ahead, man.
How y'all doing? Y'all can find me at Jerome Greatness at yahoo.com or Instagram greatness1/, or you can find me every day at Floyd Mayweather's boxing gym. No TMT, you already know what's that over in Chinatown from 12 o'clock to whenever they close. But bring your A game. We training kids, adults, people around the world. If you're from another planet, come get this business. You hear me?
Take that cornbread.
We taking cornbread. We ain't playing. And Walter, if you're watching, come and get that advice. Give us a call. You know where we at. You know what I'm saying? TMT. All day, every day.
Old man Bill.
And we've been doing that for
I'm
years.
having, I have no links, no names. I'm kind of in hiding, and I have nothing to plug. I want to say, I love you, Doc. I love what you're doing, and keep it up.
Oh no, man, trust me. Ever since I met Bill, and I mean, pretty much everybody here, but Bill is crazy. He's probably one of the nicest, sweetest guys you'll ever meet. You know, he shoots straight from the hip. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, man, and that's, you know, I respect him. I respect you greatly, man.
You too, boys.
Just, you know, go. What's up, Coach?
I want to say one thing too. We all know the tragedy that happened, you know, a couple of days ago with Kobe and the people that were on the plane. I want to say, you know, rest in peace to all the loved ones that lost their lives, the kids, the adults that was on the helicopter with Kobe, and the families. So let's pray for them, and let's just make it happen for the kids out here. You know,
Most
that's
definitely.
what it's all about.
Always for
he
the
showed
kids.
one thing that a lot of these top athletes, top officials, politics, or whatever you want to call it, the kids are the future, and that's what we all need to change, you know?
For sure.
Fair enough.
The kids, they're the cure for the future of tomorrow.
Amen.
So let's, you know, make it happen, you know? Not one can change it, but we all together can make it happen.
As
with
one.
So that's what we're going to do.
Now, I will say before Reese, you know, so what's the word I'm looking for? So nicely.
Eloquently.
Eloquently, thank you. Before he's so eloquently Negroish.
Is that what it is?
Negroingly decided to
black.
put out my cigars. You know, I will definitely give you guys a poker face. This is a 10 of spades. It comes from Taste of Dominica Cigars. This is something that I deal with and promote as well. So, you know, as a parting gift, Bill, I know you don't smoke.
They're my favorite.
and for all of my good friends that, you know, like to, you know, please do not split these cigars and try to refill it with something else.
I'm gonna do that.
I have an alarm on the cigar, and if you try to do this, I will pop up out of thin air and beat the crap out of you. Enjoy the cigar. It's Taste of Dominica Poker Face. This is the pickup show. We're doing it as one. Thank you to everybody on the panel, man.
Thank you.
We out of here.